This is Sandara Park. You may have heard of her because she was a member of the iconic K-pop band 21, and you may have heard of them because they performed at Coachella in 2022. They pioneered the confident yet vulnerable all-girl band concept. You know, the concept that YG has been recycling with every successive girl group that they produce. And this is one of the oldest pieces of media available of Sandara online. This is how I was first introduced to Sandara Park back in 2004 when she entered a reality-based talent competition show in the Philippines called Star Circle Quest. Sandara made it no secret that she started her career in the Philippines, as she would often reference it in her interviews. From the very beginning of the competition, Sandara stood out amongst the crowd. At first, it was because of her beauty and the novelty of this Korean girl trying to audition for a Filipino show. In the end, she won second place in the show and went on to have a very successful career in the Philippines pre-21. She had a hit song in Tagalog, which she performed in the Philippines alongside with her band 21. However, at the time her work mostly revolves around acting rather than singing. I remember she did some non-speaking background work, such as playing a drummer of a band, but Sandara is a leading lady in her own right. It was kind of funny because each time they cast her as a lead, there's a different backstory as to why there's a Korean girl in the Philippines. Most of the time, she played roles of an exchange student, but I have this vague memory of Sandara playing a role of a half Korean, half Filipino woman who has an arranged marriage, so she would cover her face whenever someone tried to take a picture of her. And in every single role, she was partnered up with the guy who won the talent competition Sandara was in, Hero Angeles. A little backstory on Hero if this is the first time you heard about him. Hero is a local boy who grew up in a poor family. One thing that I remember about him is that he mentioned that his family was so poor that they could only afford Champorado on Christmas, and that was their Christmas meal. For those who don't know, Champorado is a chocolate rice porridge. It's a nice dish, but it's not Christmas dinner nice. I don't exactly remember how it happened, but Hero and Sandara's love team was formed while they were competing in Star Circle Quest. Now, you might be asking, what's a love team? This is a thing in Filipino media where an actor and an actress are paired up together. They would create projects together and do press together. Think of Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper when they were on A Star is Born and when they performed at the Oscars. So far, nothing out of the ordinary, right? Well, a love team is that and more. In the eyes of the Philippine media and the Philippine public, the love team is practically, basically an exclusive relationship. People know that this is just acting, but people also really want it to be real. Going back to Hero Angeles and Sandara Park, this meant that whenever they are in a role together, their characters are definitely going to end up together, even if they start off as hating each other like in the movie Can This Be Love? And when they went to variety shows to promote their project, their fans would encourage cute moments between them. As a side note, the people who placed third and fourth place in Star Circle Quest, Roxanne Ginoo and Joros Gamboa, they also ended up in a love. They even dated for 2 years. So while there's no evidence to suggest that Hero and Sandara were ever together in real life, it's not unheard of if love team couples do end up together. When Sandara left the Philippines for Korea to become a global sensation, she left the love team behind. We all know what happened to Sandara, but how about Hero? Funny enough, even Filipino media is asking that question. Years ago, there was this news clip about him having his own art exhibit. Good for him. But yeah, his career really slowed down according to his Wikipedia page. There are some years when he didn't have any work at all. Well, at least it doesn't have anything to do with Sandara, right? Okay. While I was just in the pre-planning stage of making this video, a friend who knew I was making a video about love teams sent me this tweet. To be honest, I'm not super familiar with Liza Soberano, who gave the interview reference here to a Korean channel. However, I know she started her career in the Philippines before she went out to voice the lead of Netflix's Trese. Also, she's cast in an upcoming Diablo Cody movie along with Cole Sprouse, so I assume she knows what she's talking about. The interview went on to what being in a love team really entails, so I highly suggest it. Honestly, I would love it if Ate Sandara gave an interview about what her experience is like to switched from having to appear in a committed relationship in the Philippines to appearing single while in Korea. Not now, but 30 years from now when she's retired and none of this matters anymore. I don't know why Hero couldn't get another acting job paired up with a different actress, or why he only blamed Sandara. However, I think it comes from a place of insecurity. His career really suffered when she left, and it's barely recovering in recent years. He recently starred in a movie based on the life of a Chinese Filipino doctor, so I wish him a lot of luck. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know the drill, and you might like some other stuff in my channel. While I was conceptualizing this topic, I had this wish that Hero would appear in a K-drama alongside Sandara, though I doubt that will happen. It will be nice though. And lastly, I met someone from Kenya when I was in college, and she told me that Filipino dramas are popular there, and apparently that's not the only African country that air Filipino dramas. Can someone verify this, please?